Hi, welcome back to Enchanted Yarn. Today this is going to be a video about my knitting haul. I know it's been a wee while since I've been on, but I have been super busy. It's just been such a busy time with work, with dyeing yarn, and with Christmas knitting. So anyway, back, hello. So today I'm just going to show you the different things that I've been buying in lately. And maybe some whips if we've got time. Try and keep it to that. So anyway, I'm just going to get straight to it because I'm just going to keep gabbing if I don't. Anyway, I got some knitting books, and like my heritage is Scottish, Irish, some kind of like French, German, but Norway, and like the Baltics, okay? So I decided, and like in Shetland, which is still Scotland, kinda, sorta, depends who you speak to. But anyway, so I decided, I thought, I love knitting Fair Isle. I'm a Scottish knitter, so Fair Isle colour work doesn't bother us. You're kinda groomed on that. But I decided I wanted to knit in ways and things from where my way back family came from. You know, it's quite a way back. So anyway, but who cares? I just thought I want to try it, so I'm going to do it. So I bought a few books. So this one here is Knit Like a Latvian. Okay, so Latvia and Lithuania are just fabulous places that I have never been to. I really want to go. And they knit the most amazing things. And they, as far as I'm aware, kinda sorta, they kind of took their knitting to kind of like Norway, like Scandinavia. So there's a mixture of like the Baltic knitting and Scandinavian knitting, and then it came over to like Shetland Islands where people would make a stop, and they is, I think it was like a guy on a ship that brought stuff over from the Baltics, from Scandinavia. I'm terrible at telling stories, but and then people in Shetland adapted to the Latvian and Scandinavian way of knitting and kind of mixed it in with the stuff that they already did, and that was a long story. But look it up. It's actually really, really good if you look up and read a wee bit about the origins of like Fair Isle and, you know, like kind of the way Shetland knit, and it's quite a good wee backstory. So this is Knit Like a Latvian. So it's all just mittens. So I won't show you too much, but like there's the back. So as you can see, that the Latvians are very colourful, whether the Scandinavian, Norwegian knitting is basically just kind of like two colours, and then Shetland is lots of colours. So it's just like a mixture between the whole three. So then I got mittens from Norway. I actually didn't realise I'd bought two mittens books, but hey. So this is mittens from Norway. This book is by Nina Grandlund Cedar. So it's really good. There's lots in it. In this book, I'm sure it's this one. Let me just tell you in a second. It is, right, so in this one, for each pattern, it tells you how the origins of it and what inspired it. So it's like, as well as a knitting pattern book, it's got a wee bit of history there as well. Okay, and the Wool Week manual. I love Wool Week. So I was excited to go up to Shetland this year, so obs we never got to go. But this is another fab book as well, because in this, not only has it got all the different patterns, and I'm such an Alison Rundle fangirl, so you'll find her on Instagram as well, but what I'll do is I'll link her. So I'll show you something else that I have finished of her patterns. In here is the Sturbrook, is that what it's called? No, let me just pronounce it, let me find it, and let me just correct that, because this is my next pattern that this is going to be my Christmas Eve cast on. But I'm terrible for just remembering names right now because I'm been doing so many things. Right, I found it. Wait a minute, there's quite a bit. The Sturbra socks. So that's them there. Wait, I'll just show you this bit. So they're kind of like boot socks or mainly indoor socks. They're not like everyday wear socks because it's all wool. And these were knitted in the Uredale yarn, which is like organic wool from Uredale. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I think I am. But Wool Week, oh guys, if you have not had this, if you have not bought this manual yet, do it. The patterns in it are fabulous. The stories in it are fabulous. I've read it. I don't know if I probably have read every single story in it, but I'm really looking forward to basically knitting quite a few things out of this, including that amazing cowl. So this is all the names of the people who have been knitting the patterns that's in this book. Fabulous, I love it. Right, so the next one, this is one I've been saying to myself, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it. Didn't, so my birthday was in November, and I put the link up into my family chat and said, look, if anybody's stuck to what to get me, buy me this. So it's the 52 Weeks of Socks by Lane. So it's all different designers. And here, the socks are fabulous. They go from like really kind of sort of basic easy patterns to maybe, I don't know how difficult people find that. I like a challenge, so as soon as I learnt to knit, I was like knitting colour working things. I like to be challenged. It's almost like I like problem solving, I like puzzles. So to me, knitting is always a puzzle. So the more difficult something is, the more I want to do it. So it's all different kind of patterns in here, so it's really fab. Most of you have probably got it by now. I don't like to jump on trends. I like to get things when I want to get them, so that's me. Right, so what else have I been buying? Oh, love Mystic Heart on Instagram, and it's Mystic Heart on Facebook is my friend. Her name's Linda. She is the most amazing artist that I think I have known for her style. I love it. So I decided that I was going to buy some more things, as if I've not got enough things of hers. So I bought some project bags. So this is a project bag that she does. Now she paints these. I'll let you have a good look. How beautiful is that? This is called Autumn. She paints these and then she gets them printed onto fabric and then creates things like, so this is the wee Notions pouch that I've put in here, that I just attached onto here. The bag, all the bags come with the handles and a wee charm. This is the wee owl charm on the zip, and they're all padded. They're amazing. So I've got, like, I'm knitting some things in here just now. So it's got this padded bit to separate here, which is fabulous. Some of them come with pockets, but I'll show you. In here, what have I got in here? My winter solstice yarn. And I decided I was going to do some more socks and teach myself how to knit two at a time. So this is my winter solstice yarn. I've got one left in my shop, so it's a sock yarn, but you can use shawls or anything, but I'm knitting a pair of socks. And I've got this gorgeous wee skein charm because I dropped a stitch, so I'm hanging on to it so I can stitch it in. It's the first time I've done two at a time. I can't remember the person's name. Her name's Amy. Right, but I'll link it in because she's got some fab wee charms. So that's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm keeping in this bag. That's what's in there. Let me see what else I've got in here, because I'm sure I've got one from Gemma as well. Let me see. Oh no, these are other wee charms I got from the same maker. It's a wee leaf and just, gorgeous wee beads. And I do have other charms I've shared on my Instagram, but right now I think it's in my other wee Notions pouch and a bag that's probably up the stairs. Right, so anyway, get back to this. So this is another bag. So obviously by now you've gathered I love everything witchy and magical, fairies. So this is another bag. This is Gaia, or I think this one's Mother Nature. I can't remember. I'll let you know what it is. What I forgot to say is on the bottom of her bags, she always writes things. So this one says, release your magic. It's fabulous. So this gorgeous bag, this is quite a big bag. How beautiful is this? It's truly, truly amazing. And this one's called Earth Magic. Again, we've got the handles, we've got a goddess charm on here. We've got the hook to hang on like a notions pouch or just anything. And the thing is, you don't have to use this, you don't have to use these as knitting project bags. You can use them as book bags. They're fabulous for book bags. They're fabulous if you're like a tarot reader and you want to carry your tarot cards around with you and crystals. And this one, it's got 2 pockets and they're really padded. So if you go on to, I'll link it as well, but she has got a website called Mystic, that's terrible, the mind block there, mysticheart.co.uk, but I will link her website below because I have bought cushions, cushion covers, other bags, but this is the first bag she ever did, and I'd asked her if she could do me one. So it's just gorgeous, isn't it? So everything I have is usually all witchy or magical, fairies, or to do with earth. It's all earth related, all beautiful, amazing earth. So I've got tarot bags, I've got makeup bags, I've got purse, I've got cushion covers. I'm trying to think what else I've got. Like, I've got so much by her, and she's doing an amazing deal right now on a Yule box. Anyway, we'll soon see if she's got any of that left by the time I get this video uploaded. So this is Saturday the 12th of December. The 12th of December. I'm hopefully going to get it up on Sunday the 13th of December. So have a look on mysticheart.co.uk. She's got some Yule boxes that I'm sure she's reducing the price on. She's only got a couple left, so you need to be quick. Right, so I have bought other things, but see, trying to remember what it is because I've been buying so much and I can't remember where everything is. So, but have a look on my Instagram. I have shared things on there. Right, so let's get on to some of the things that I've been making. I'll go on to a couple of my finished objects. So this I finished a while ago, but I haven't made a video for a while, so hence the reason why you're just seeing it now, unless you follow me on Instagram and you'll see it on there. So this is the Juju shawl. I think the last time I shared this, I was just in the middle of knitting it. So this is it. It's all been blocked, but it's been worn constantly. And I'm wearing it constantly, and this was all blocked straight, but for some reason it's just kind of found its way back into a wee bumpy shape there. So this is quite a big shawl. This is right, it's J-U-Y, so I just keep calling it the Juju shawl, but I know that it's by Hoki Locatelli, and I know that they don't pronounce their J's we pronounce our J's. It's kind of more like her, so I don't know if it's like a hoy shawl or something, but I'm sure you are all very aware of it. And it was a free pattern. I paid for the pattern, I bought it, but I'm sure for a while there it was free. I don't know if it still is, but I'll link it. So this is it. So this top yarn is 100% alpaca, and this is yarn that my daughter bought me from when she was on one of her trips up the north of Scotland. This one here is my Sacred Forest double knitting. It's BFL, 100% BFL, but I don't have any of this left in the shop. It's completely sold out. I shared it and then it was gone. And this is undyed yak silk double knitting. I bought this in to dye it, but see, as soon as I seen it, I loved it. So I'm actually knitting something else in it as well, but I'll show you that in a minute. So that's this finished object. It's quite a big shawl, as you can see. It's great. It's great for just, I mean, it's just not itchy at all. It's so soft. So that's that. Right, the other ones I'm going to put on. I'll put one on to like see this is do you remember I told you I was an Alison Rainbow fangirl? Well, I totally am. These are my Vagaland mitts. How fabulous is this? I absolutely love them. You will find this pattern and other ones of Alison's on her Ravelry, so I'll put a wee link up to her Ravelry. Alison makes the most amazing things. And if you've never knitted any of her patterns, if you've never knitted this pattern before, if you go onto YouTube and just type in like Wool Week, you will come across Alison's video where she gives you some hints and tips on knitting these mitts. So I absolutely love them. These are knitted out of Jamieson's of Shetland yarn. Okay, it's like kind of from the Wool Brokers. These are Jamieson Smith. I think Jamieson Smith. I'll link everything. So this is the Spindrift yarn. It was a bit different. I've never knitted with this yarn before. I can't wait to knit with it again. So these are absolutely amazing to knit. I loved knitting with them. It was a different way of knitting. I'm so corry-fisted, that's what we call it here in Scotland. I don't know what you call it if you're watching for anybody else. So it basically means that you use both hands. Only I write with my right hand, but I do everything else with my left hand. But I knit, I throw with my right hand because it was just the way I was taught. It took me a long time to be able to do that because my hands just don't work that way. They can't coordinate. So when I'm doing colour work, I can't hold it in both fingers. I have to just use it with one, drop it, lift another colour, drop it, lift another colour. My hands can't work together. They refuse. Unless I'm doing this, then they kind of know that's my brain making them move. My hands don't coordinate at all. It's crazy. So I'll show you my floats because apparently that was a thing. This is a thing that happens. So you know when you are knitting with colour work, if you've never done it before, don't leave big strands, because I don't know if you've ever bought anything out the shop and it's mitts or socks or anything, gloves, and your fingers are caught all the way through it, and there's nothing worse. When you're knitting colour work, that should never happen. It should never ever happen. You always need to carry your yarn with you. Even if you're doing a lot of stitches with just the one colour, carry your other yarn with you. And you can tell when you've done it, it's good, because you should be able to see the pattern in the inside. And no one's ever showed me how to do colour work. I just did it and just did what I thought I should be doing. I never ever knew if I was doing it right or not, but I didn't. All I knew was I used to like wear my gran's mitts. My gran always wore mitts and they always had colour work in them, and it was ones that she'd bought, and I was always catching my fingers, and I just thought, oh, I'm going to pull this yarn really tight when I'm knitting anything because I don't want to have the big long bits. And that was before I even knew they were called floats, or that's what you were supposed to do anyway. So, because I never knew anyone who knitted in the kind of colour work that I wanted to do, so I had to just kind of do my own thing. But anyway, so this is my floats. As you can see what I was talking about, carry your yarn with you, and you can see the pattern. Okay, and that's my thumb. There's no point in I never pulled that one out because it's, as you can see, it's just self-colour. So, but that's how your floats should look. Now they're not as exactly as neat and tidy as I would expect my knitting to normally be, because I was knitting with just 2 needles. It's not like I was knitting with magic loop. I decided that I would try and knit the way Shetlanders knit, and it's not easy, but I did it. And I think just the more I do it, like I say, my fingers don't coordinate, and it was awkward for me, and I've got long fingers as it is, and it was awkward for me just to hold it that way because it was just completely different. I like to knit in the round. If I'm knitting socks or mitts, I like to use a 9-inch circular needle, and I just fly through it. But I thought, no, learn different techniques. So I have asked Santa for a knitting belt from Shetland, from Jamieson and Smith. If you're listening, Santa, I am very naughty, but I'm really good at it. So naughty and good, naughty and nice. I really want that belt. Anyway, so this is my Avalon mitts. Go check her out. I'm going to be doing our Stourbra socks. That's my Christmas Eve cast on, my Stourbra socks. So here we go. Love them. Been wearing them already. Right, what else have I been doing? Be back in a second. So these really are whips, because I haven't done the other one yet, as you'll see in a wee second. I wanted to show my yarn, the yarn that I dye, because I mean when you have an idea how you want something to look, and you know, so you create the yarn, but you don't know. You do know as the more you yarn, I'm still a fairly new dyer, you do know the more you dye, you've got to always have an idea, if I do it this way, this is how it's going to turn out, or this is where I'm kind of at now. So they've turned out how I wanted. So this was, forget the blue, this is one of the sock sets I've got up. So this is my Northern Lights sock set. So this is the Northern Lights yarn. So I had an idea of how I wanted that to turn out, and this is how it's turned out. Okay, like see that up close, and I love the colours. I love how it just all, I was trying to capture, oh, I know I've got some red through it, but I just wanted red through it. I was just trying to capture Aurora Borealis, which, and I'm raging because the way everything is just now, we should have been able to see that right away down even to the bottom of Scotland or even in North England, and we've had cloud. Now it's a clear day today-ish, so, but you know, we would have been able to see it, and I was like disappointed because it was so cloudy and rainy, really heavy rain for a few days here in the west coast of Scotland. So anyway, this is the Northern Lights. I love the Northern Lights, so I wanted to just do a create, and this is the red that I use, a kind of burgundy, maroony kind of red that I decided to put on the socks. So these will eventually go on my website for sale, and I just did this a kind of shorter one. So that's the Northern Lights sock set. I don't know if I've got any left with this colour, but there is ones with other colours that I've used to pull out what I've used most of in these, because even though you dye them at the same time, they don't always pick up the colour the same way. The next one is my Sprinkle of Magic. So that's that yarn. It's really nice, isn't it? And that's how that looks. I've got one left of that. So this is a Sprinkle of Magic. And this is how it knits up. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So I've got one left. This is it, one left in my shop. I mean, the thing is, you don't need to just knit socks. It's just I didn't want to waste yarn just doing a swatch. I wanted to make something to, like, you see, so you could see how, and because I'm so obsessed with knitting socks, then that's the thing that I decided to go and do. So you could really just use, this is just wee minis that I don't sell the minis, I just dye them up and pop them in with orders if you order a certain amount, or use them for sock sets. So for now anyway, I will get around to doing other things, but for now that's how it is. So I absolutely love this. You can use it for shawls or for, like, well, I've only got one left for now anyway, but you could, it's quite big. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, that's why it's great for socks, and there is 425 metres and it's 100 grams. So it still would be good if you wanted to team it up with other colours and make a shawl, you know. So this could be your colour in the middle and you could put two solids or something. You know, I've got lots of hyper knits going on just now, hyper knit-alongs. Right, so the other one is, I absolutely love, this is not going on the shop. I'm keeping this one, I love this one. So this is my Dance of the Fairies. And I've only got one of them left in the shop as well. I will be doing more though, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So, Dance of the Fairies. And of course it had to be a sock. I mean, I tried to create a kind of stripe. I like to learn myself. I'm one of these people, I like to problem solve. So I kind of sort of managed it a wee bit, kind of, sort of. But I'll keep going. So this is it here. Dance of the Fairies. I've got one left in the shop. Again, this is 80% superwash Blueface Leicester and 20% nylon. It's a high twist fingering 4-ply, and it's got 365 metres to the 100 gram. I always recommend hand washing. Always hand wash my socks because they're never that dirty that they need a right good scrub. So that's my other kind of whips. Hence the reason why I decided to teach myself how to knit two at a time. Definitely. And I'm really liking it. It took me a wee bit to get into it, but I'm really, really enjoying it. Right, so my other whips is this, and I'll do these quickly. So this is what I'm knitting on the rest of the yak silk base double knitting. I flipping love it. I love it. I'm knitting Like a Cloud by Hohe Lofatelli. So I've showed you this before. I'm still getting there. I've finished the body. And this'll grow. I mean, it's a long cardigan, but this'll grow. You can see how there's a lot of pull in that. And I'm just on the sleeve. So here we are. So I'm knitting the sleeve here in my Knit Pro cube style circulars. Can't remember what the inch is in that. I don't think it's 9 inch. But I think it's 3.5mm needles. So yeah, this is great. This is just like a big hug. It's got no seam or anything down here, so it'll just curl in like that. And it's just one of these just to pull on and wrap round. So that was what I wanted, just a snuggy cardigan, and it's just a 6-pattern repeat. It's just fab. I love it. So I'm doing that. I just definitely recommend that to anybody. It's suitable for anyone, whether you're an experienced knitter or you're just someone who's just starting out. So easy. What you do is you put on the back, you just knit a wee bit across the back, maybe to like here, and then you pick it up on, you leave that on a needle, and then you pick up the shoulders and you knit down the front to here, and then you just join it all together and then just knit right down, and then it's got a big rib, and then the sleeve will have a big long rib. So I've got really long arms, as we can see, so I'll knit mine longer again. So, and I've just got that in my wee bag. I've got lots of material to make new bags, but I've just kind of haven't given myself time just now because I'm doing some Christmas knits, right? Oh, let me show you my other whip. Right, so this is dyed. This is yarn I'm knitting the Love Note sweater for my daughter for Yule, as a Yule gift. So this is it. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. So this is Penny Dreadful and Moonlight Shadow mohair held together to knit the Love Note, and it's super soft and amazing. So this is it here. Like this, I've nearly done this bit. So this is me onto the second skein, but the thing is I'll only use two, and not even a full skein of this to finish the rest, because I'm on the body and then it's just the sleeves. So that will actually do all of it. So that's it. That's the Penny Dreadful Moonlight Shadow. Still got a couple of these left in the shop, and I think I've only got one of these in the shop, but you could really use any mohair you've got, any mohair at all. So this is super soft. This is merino, 100% merino superwash. So I mean, you could put them in the machine. I won't ever recommend you put anything in the machine. Never, because I've had disasters myself, so I would never recommend that. Do what you want. But to me, I'll always recommend hand wash only. Right, I want to just show you a couple of yarns just before I quickly finish. Okay, so this is the winter solstice that I showed you the socks that I was knitting two together. I'll just quickly show that again, just so that you can see. And it's in this bag again, in this amazing bag. So this is it. This is the winter solstice. It's just, I've only got one left in the shop, and I will probably get, well, I'm going to knit, this is for me, so I'm going to knit myself a wee bit longer leg sock, and I don't know what colour I'm going to do the heel and the toe. I haven't made up my mind because there's a few colours in that, so I really don't know what I'm going to put in the heel and the toe, but I'll do them different, but I'm going to make them a bit longer to wear with my boots. So you could get two shorty pairs of socks out of that, or maybe just one big long. I don't know, I can tell you better what you'll get out of any of these sock skeins once I've finished this. So that's that, that's in. So this is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and it's 425 metres. So I'll pull that down a wee bit and let you see the colours. So there's some golds and greens and reds in there. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is my mermaid song. I did do a swatch of this, right? I haven't brought the swatch here with me, but look on my Instagram and you'll see the swatch. I was trying to capture some waves and some slithers of silver through it, and I think I've managed that. So this is it. This is Mermaid Song. I don't know how, see we've got kind of slithers of silver here. The cameras don't always pick up true to the colours, but this is, it's got blues and purples and greys. It's just truly, truly beautiful. It really, really is. So, got a couple of them. This is Midnight Mystic. This is a 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon, 365 metres per 100 gram. So it's a high twist fingering. Again, absolutely beautiful. I only have 2 skeins of this. This will be gorgeous for socks, like big long boot socks. That would be amazing, you know, underneath your wellies. We wear a lot of wellies up here, and boots in Scotland. Where I live, I'm just kind of like the gateway to the Highlands, so I will take my camera out one time. I keep saying I'm going to do that, but it rains a lot. It's been raining a lot, so I haven't really done anything. But I will take it out just and show you where I live. I've got the water right at the bottom of the street, and I'm just surrounded by hills, and it's just truly, truly beautiful. And we don't really get a lot of snow here. I mean, we did a couple of years ago with the Beast from the East. We got that. We were kind of snowed in, but it's very unusual. If it flutters and lands, it's just landing and no more. We never usually get snow, just because I think where we're positioned. But the hills get all the snow, which is lovely. So this is Mystic, Midnight Mystic. I really love this. I kind of want to keep it. I kind of want to keep all my yarns. So Midnight Mystic, truly beautiful. Only got 2 days left. I don't know how it knits up because I haven't knitted it, and this is just a new colour. But you can just imagine how beautiful this would be as a shawl, you know, to use as a scarf, as mitts, as socks, as love note, as a sorrow, anything at all. I love it. So I will definitely be doing more of this because I want to do myself a couple of them and knit something on it. Right, this is Avalon. I'm really surprised, and I think this is still in the shop because at the beginning I hung on to it for so long because I think I wanted to keep it myself, but I decided to put it up in the shop, and I think I've done something to it. I think like I've made it mine, and that's why it's not selling. I don't know, but I'm trying so hard to disassociate myself from it. But if it's still there in January, I've promised myself that it's mine. It was meant to be mine. So this is 100% superwash merino. It's called Avalon, of course, my love of the Glastonbury, the Lady of the Lake, you know, the goddess. I am very much into that. On my labels, I'll just read this out for you. Magically dyed near the banks of Loch Lomond. So that'll give you a wee clue as to where I live. Okay, so how beautiful is this? This has got the kind of maroony reds, it's got pink, there's still some natural in there, there's some browns in here, as you can see, some browns. It's just truly, truly, truly beautiful. I have got a couple of mohair, it's dyed in this, so you can imagine the 2 of them together as a love note. That was my thought on it. What I might do actually is sell. I've got them listed as individual, but I might put it together as a sweater kit, and I'll maybe put a wee discount on that. And then if it's still there in January, it's mine. Just remember just now though, if you're posting postage, I think I'm going to just cut off the postage next week. I think Monday, I'll make Monday's the 14th, my last day for posting. So any orders that come in after that, I will put a notice on the website, which is enchantedjarn.co.uk. I'll link it below. I will put a wee note on the website saying any orders that I get after the 14th won't be getting posted until like the 4th or 5th of January. So you will have to wait. So if you do put an order in, then you'll know. But anyway, this one here is called Belladonna. Yes, I know, it's the Deadly Nightshade but it's also a beautiful, beautiful flower to look at. And of course, you know, it's got to be witchy, hasn't it? So this is 100% superwash merino. And sorry about the banging, I don't know what's going on out there. So this is it. So it's a kind of mauve. It's showing up a wee bit light depending on how the light's hitting it. So it's quite tonal. You'll see you've got kind of light and dark mauve here. So there's 2 strands of this on the shop. I don't dye in large quantities because I'm just a small dyer. I'm just a small business. It's only a couple of months old. So I'm not at that point in my business yet where I'm dyeing huge quantities or something. But I mean, if they're sold out and there's anything you want, just say to me. But always remember that even if it's like I've got no Sacred Forest left, I've got no Cornish Pisky left, to dye them, they would be slightly different because it's just, even though you're using the same colours and the same techniques, it's just every batch is always going to be different. So this is Belladonna. So if you've never seen Belladonna, Google it and you'll see the colours. So this is what inspired me for this. And it's just gorgeous. So I've got a couple of them. So that is it. That's all I'm showing today. As usual, I'll put all my doings below. Follow me over on Instagram. I do have a Facebook page called Nina's Enchanted Yarn. I'm not on it a lot. If there's anything on it, it's tend to be shared from the Enchanted Yarn Instagram. I prefer Instagram to Facebook. I have been getting a lot of messages on my Instagram Messenger. I tend not to do that because I get a lot of messages from people from all over the world. Hello, lovely lady, and things like that. So if you don't follow me or I don't recognise your name, I probably won't open your message. Sorry. So the best thing to do is comment under one of my photos, and then I can so that I recognise you, I can check out your profile and you're not one of these dodgy people. I'm sorry, it's just how I've got to be. I don't want to open any of the mail from people that I haven't communicated with for obvious reasons, because I'm getting messages constantly every day and it's they're really not nice to look at. So not trolling, but just dirty. You know, them yins, the onions. So that's me. So thank you very much. So if you enjoy the videos, I won't promise to put them up all the time because I say that and then I never do it, so I won't do that. But if you want to follow me here, please just subscribe and like the video. Leave comments. I don't really get a lot of comments, but please interact with me because I do answer. Follow me over on Instagram and I will see you all next time. Blessed be and have an amazing Yule. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas.